Hello everyone, and welcome to the Comic Culture Warrior video channel. I'm Elliott Serrano. This is my buddy Jose Melendez, coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Thank you so much for joining us again. We apologize for the long respite between video postings. Actually, Jose was ready and raring to go, but I got that flu bug that's going around and pretty much had me out of commission. I couldn't talk. And if I break into spasms of coughing during this, it's because that bug just doesn't want to let me go. So, you're a germaphobe, right?
Yeah, and I don't want to get sick.
You don't want to. Don't worry, I'm not. They tell me I'm not contagious anymore.
All right.
Today on the Comic Culture Warrior video channel, we're going to be discussing, among other things, Marvel Comics' Secret Invasion, the Skrull invasion in the Marvel Universe, directed by Brian Bendis and Lionel Yu. I have to talk a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about what Mr. Bendis has been doing in the Avengers books. If you've been reading my column, you can tell I have a bit of an opinion about it.
And it's all full of Bendis. What's up with that?
Well, we'll also talk about Marvel Boy. We'll talk about that whole controversy going on at the Marvel offices. We'll also be going into a little bit about WrestleMania. WrestleMania just took place last weekend. And I would like to talk about male image in comic books as well as female body image. And last time we wanted to talk about girls in comics, but we didn't get a chance. We got a little away from ourselves, and I thought, you know, we let that topic go by, but I think the female form needs some discussion. What do you think?
Whatever you think, man. This is your thing. I'm just here for the ride.
So thanks for joining us right now, and please, if you have any comments or would like to participate in this segment, you're always welcome to get in touch with us and come along for the ride. But let's hit the intro. The invasion has begun, has it not?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes. I didn't get a chance to read Secret Invasion until right before walking into the store for this recording these segments, and you advised me to read it before we do this so we could talk about it, and I'm glad you did, because I had read all the reviews online about it. I was.
Did people like it?
Most of it has been pretty positive, yeah. And although I will say, one of the other reviews online from one of the comic book websites was saying that some major revelations took place, and that Brian Bendis was really letting the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, because Brian Michael Bendis likes to wait until the last 2 issues of a miniseries to actually get the ball rolling, and apparently, or supposedly, he was supposed to start off this miniseries with a little bit of change of pace and really giving us all that really important information right away that we just can't wait 6 or 7 issues. And boy, was it worth it?
No. I gotta say, I'm a Bendis fan. Admittedly, Brian, you've kind of been letting me down lately. We'll get into what's been going on with the Avengers books, but
you should probably let everybody know that we're going to spoil a bunch of shit.
Yes.
I mean, the book's been out for almost a week already, and if you haven't read it yet, that's your fucking problem. That's not ours, because we're going to be talking about it. So there's going to be spoilers all over the place for the last couple weeks of Avengers and Brian Michael Bendis scribblings.
So if you haven't read it yet, just skip to the next video segment. We're going to devote this segment to Secret Invasion and the Avengers. And when you get a chance to read it, come back here and listen to us rant and rave, or more rant. Yes. Spoiler alert. Jarvis was a Skrull?
Man, yeah. But the only thing that tops Jarvis being a Skrull is that Dum Duggan was a Skrull.
Dum Duggan. Now, see, to me, when you talk about infiltrating the Marvel Universe to its highest levels...
Dum Duggan's the first person you think about.
Dum Duggan's the first person I think about, not Jarvis.
No.
I don't think of Jarvis.
But you know what? Brian Michael Bendis' credit, though, like I told you earlier, Dum Dum Dugan and Jarvis, two of the biggest linchpins holding the entire Marvel Universe together. If it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be any good stories at all.
Yeah, I know Dum Dum also has been very instrumental in the Iron Man books, especially in Iron Man, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
So showing that he is a Skrull seems... I know they say it adds a whole new layer to the storytelling right now, but
You're talking about the layer of shit that we just
it just seems a little way too much for me.
Yeah.
And in the last couple of issues of New Avengers and Mighty Avengers, they've been trying to hint that possibly Spider-Woman could be a Skrull. Could be. Although I think that's a red herring. I think they're trying to figure this out. But beyond that, did it live up to the hype?
I don't know, man. It's like, well,
I mean,
if you're talking about the hype of them building up the hype, saying like so much stuff was going to happen in this issue, it's not going to take forever to get into the story. Like major stuff is going to be happening to set everything up. Yeah, it was a letdown. It's like really like, they didn't really tell you. I mean, none of the big Marvel characters turned out to be Skrulls, which was kind of what they were hinting at them telling you. But then it's
or at
like,
least yet.
Well, yeah, but
yet.
I mean, for the first issue though, they were talking about like, we're not going to get off to a slow start. We're going to hit this thing running and then just keep going. And it's like, I think they tripped and fell pretty fucking hard on their face because, man, I mean, up until maybe when they get to the Savage Land, that was probably the only like kind of real big thing when they find the Skrull ship that crashed at the end. That's up. I don't even know what to think about that yet, but I mean, it's pretty weak. And to me, the only saving grace of this issue was Lionel Francis Yu's art. This is probably the best art that he's done in a very long time, and it has a lot to do with. I'm sorry, I'm looking through this real quick because I gotta get his first name. Mark Morales, who inked this issue, really made the Lionel Francis Yu art even better because when they were just coloring his pencils in New Avengers, it really looked pretty bad. And the fact that this issue is inked makes this probably the best looking Lionel Francis Yu art in a very, very long time. Maybe since Superman Birthright.
Oh, that's high praise. Because I think Birthright's probably his single best work ever.
Yeah, well...
Birthright, he took it to a level that I didn't even know he could go to.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it's like I thought that he was kind of, when I saw this stuff in New Avengers, you kind of could tell he was doing a monthly book and he was kind of phoning it in. But just because he wasn't getting helps on the inks at all, but, they got someone to ink and Mark Morales, great job inking it because it actually brings the book together and it looks really nice. I wish I could say the writing was just as good as the art, but...